When Earth was fully built, given its own natural weight, it generated an immense energy potential given its sphere, so it would naturally spin and turn. This movement, its first move or motion, ignited the momentum at the very core of the planet, where the solid spherical diamond core started spinning within the spherical diamond coil layers. And that generated a pulse that acts as a spark which ignites all the other coils into a self-perpetual motion that self-reinforces, given that the energy liberated by the core moves through the planet and powers the bridge and generates the electromagnetic field around the surface of the planet that creates the biospherical conditions for sustaining all biological life forms with external energy sources in a habitat created for a unique biology that no rocky planet or natural formation could sustain, given that we didn't originate organically in planets, but instead manifested ourselves from the highest and purest energy levels directly into the human form. And then there is a visual representation of it. So yes, that's exactly what happened. And if you think about it in physics terms like motion and momentum and all that, dynamics and mechanics, fluids and all that. So if you think of a sphere, right, and this is a planet, and then at the core you got this little, well, it's not little, but in relation to the planet is small, 1% of its total mass, this spherical solid diamond core, right? So because everything is there and this is a vacuum within the spherical coil and the core and all that I have described, because the planet is already outside or orbiting a sun or is simply in space, there's motion. Space has motion, things move in space, right? And that natural motion, because it's a sphere, it spins, it turns. And as it turns, well, that turn, as the planet turns, that is also turning that core at the bottom. Not at the bottom, but at the core of it, the central, which is in a space, which is a vacuum that is been levitating because of the plasma energy that radiated it. So it has this perfect frictionless space in which can spin without disturbance, and not only it, but everything around it, all the layers. So as it turns in space, then that energy creates a momentum and ignites the energy, because as the planet makes the first move, right, it turns because it's a sphere. As that sphere turns, then that core moves, and that energy creates a massive momentum. The Casimir effect, the Meissner effect, all these effects. And when you have that momentum, the superconductor, which is diamond, doing that, it spins to infinity, and then it ignites all the other coils, and they all start to spin to infinity, and it's harnessing this energy from the vacuum, from the space structure of space itself, right? And that is what generates this energy that is immediately released, and that release generates the electromagnetic field around the planet, and all the technologies go live, and it powers the systems, right, with this self-perpetual motion. And that's the first momentum. That's what ignites everything, and this is how it works. And then that just goes to infinity, and then we can create universes and all sorts.